Greetings, folks. Listen up, please. Well done to the local people of Ballaghdoreen in Roscommon, who were led by local councillor Micheál Frein for peacefully protesting in support of the 15-year-old boy who was savagely gang raped and seriously attacked, I believe, after midnight last Friday morning by a gang of 10 people. What happened to this poor young boy could now happen in any other town or village in Ireland. But the people of Ballaghdoreen are decent people and are not racist, but they are sick of the failure of this government to provide extra Gardaí in the town. They were promised resources to accommodate the migrants coming into Ballaghdoreen, but Roderick O'Gorman and this cobbled-together Irish government have failed and not delivered on these promises of resources. Even better, I believe Roderick O'Gorman pulled the promised childcare facility, despite the fact that there was no such permanent facility in the town. Look, schools now are at a capacity here in Ballaghdoreen. There's been no additional infrastructure to cater for the integration of migrants. Look, 8 years ago, Ballaghdoreen would have had 10 Gardaí. Now I believe they've only about half of that. The crime is going up in the town. All people who peacefully protested yesterday to the Garda barracks in Ballaghdoreen said that they're afraid to walk the streets of Ballaghdoreen in the evening. Antisocial behaviour is at an all-time high. Look, what's happening here now is very clear to me and to the rest of the country, is that this cobbled-together government have invited all these asylum migrants into our country with no plan in place whatsoever to cater for them. And now it takes a 15-year-old boy in Ballaghdoreen to be viciously gang raped in this town for now Helen McEntee, our minister, to take notice. This is not good enough. And people right throughout Ireland now are outraged at the brutality of this gang rape on this poor 15-year-old. Look, we see here in Kerry, in our own streets of Killarney and Tralee, these are not safe. We see the profiteering of government's friends and politicians themselves, including Michael Healy-Rae here in Kerry, who's contributed, I believe, deeply to the demise of our tourist industry and our culture. We can blame these fat cats in Kerry that our streets are not safe. What happened in Ballaghdoreen is only the start, I believe. We need our Justice Minister, Helen McEntee, now to sit into her car and drive down to the parents of this poor 15-year-old boy and tell them what she's going to do now to make right the wrong that was done to their son. This is actually sick and disgusting. People like Seamus McInerney, the former GA boss, who received over €15.78 million last year for housing and accommodating asylum seekers, don't care about the people of Ballaghdoreen or the people of Ireland. I believe Seamus McInerney is personal friends with Sean Kelly, the MEP, who I believe, through their close, deep GA friendship, is profiteering from you, the Irish people's taxpayers' money, and making him a multi-millionaire. And wait for it, Sean Kelly now has made a statement and come out and said that he's been encouraged now by Fine Gael to run for President of Ireland next year. Well, what next, may I ask, will happen? Look, there's only now a 10-day processing time to get on the election register. And we're likely only over 3 weeks away from polling day. Before, we had 3 months to help get our young people to register for the local elections. This time out, we now have only 2 weeks for the general election. That, of course, suits Fine Gael and Seamus Harris down to the T, because they know that young people won't vote for Fine Gael. And so I'm pleading now with every young person in Ireland and in Kerry to log on to www.checktheregister.ie and register to vote, because it's your future that's at stake here. And you, the Irish people, young Irish people now, need to come out in massive numbers now. We need to get our Irish students back from abroad, our nurses and our doctors, and we need to incentivise our young people. So young people, let your voice be your vote and get on the register. Look, I even had a few members of the public when I said to me while I was out canvassing, who said that, that they live in Abbeyfield when I was, visiting and canvassing in their area in Killarney and Ballybunion. One fella said, sure, didn't Michael Healy-Rae get my friend in Newmarket in County Cork to change her address to Kerry to vote in the local elections for young Jackie? Now, sure, if that's the case, I said, wouldn't half the people of Abbeyfield be using their holiday home addresses in Ballybunion and Killarney and Tralee and logging on to checktheregister.ie, and they'd be changing their address from Abbeyfield to Kerry and use their holiday homes to vote for me? Now, I'd like Michael Healy-Rae to confirm if he has ever asked anyone outside of living in County Kerry if he has asked them to change their address and vote for the Healy-Raes in Kerry. Only he can answer that. Look, we see there this morning that Killarney has received over €7.5 million of funding from the Minister for Sport, Thomas Byrne. 6 million of this is going to be used to develop Fitzgerald Stadium in Killarney, along with a further 1.7 million dished out to two other basketball and judos in Killarney. And look, not 1 cent of this money came to North Kerry, to any club in North Kerry, or to Tralee, the capital of Kerry, Austin's Tax Park. This was a done deal. And there we have our Minister, Norma Foley, looking for your vote now in Tralee. Look, I, Michelle Keane, am keen on my county. And I'm asking ye now, the great people of Ireland and Kerry now, to come out and vote number 1 for me in the upcoming general election on November 29th. Gora Míle Maithagibh.